Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video we're joined by Matt Dixon, the CEO and founder of advice.io. They utilize artificial intelligence and machine learning to rate cryptocurrencies so you can understand the real underlying value of a crypto asset. But Matt has over 18 years experience as a professional trader, and he's joining us today to go through all of the different charts, including Bitcoin, Harmony and so forth, to sort of give you an idea of what to expect in the market. If you enjoy this sort of content, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. Now I do have to just point out, we did have some connection issues over the internet today, so I have just dropped the entire video clip for you, so just forgive us for the intermittent internet dropouts. We apologize about that. It's really not very much we could do today to overcome that. But yeah, don't forget to join us in Discord. Link is in the description. If you enjoy sort of keeping up to date with cryptocurrency and chatting with like-minded individuals, you have the ability to do that there. And we also have our membership on Patreon. Do check that out if that's of interest. Link is in the description. Right, let's get down to the desktop. Let's see what Matt's got to say about everything crypto.
Hi guys, pleasure to be with you once again. So been an interesting week. Let's just dive straight in, have a look at Bitcoin, the big Bitcoin chart. So just the usual, starting from the origin here, using the Elliott wave count, that's the one I go by. You can use all sorts of systems to trade. And basically, I just think a system is just a structure or a framework to hang your risk controls on. So whatever system you have, there's multiple systems can work, but you just need to have your risk controls around it. So there is no system will give you the perfect prediction of which way the market is going, but as long as you're using it as a framework where there's likely to be turning points, and you can look at supports, resistances, channels, and this gives me, with the Fibonacci extensions, gives me really good support resistance levels where the price will go bit more often than not, and you limit the downside, maximize the upside. That's the whole key to it all. Lose as little money as possible, make as much as possible. So when you do make money. So from the origin up here, I've got basically a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once again, just recapping. And then we've got a 3 waves up, which is an A, B, C, 3 waves up. And the final C wave here is made up of a 1, a 2, a big 3, extended 3, a 4, and a 5. So that's basically, it's a 5, 3, and I would personally expect it to be, if it is a 5, 3, and then 5, this isn't actually, it doesn't make a lot of difference, but we'd actually probably count 5 wave, be looking for a 5 wave count down to be a 5, 3, 5, which would be a zigzag correction. If it were a flat correction, it would be a 3, 3, 5. And I don't really see this as 3 waves down. It does look like a 5 wave move down. So it's probably a zigzag correction. But it's probably more important. That's just looking at the bigger picture. And we can see on the bigger picture, as we always point out, we've got a big head and shoulders here. So the head is around here. We've got a left shoulder here, the right shoulder here, which is lower. So this just... it's a very common pattern that plays out in the market. And so if we just focus on that, on the big head and shoulders there, it looks as though, as I say, we've got the left shoulder here, the right shoulder here. We could be complete here, but it's most probably got further to go. But I just want to point out that even if I'm wrong, and you've got to bear in mind, nobody's right. There is no trader who's right all the time. It's only if you've got genuine, powerful inside information that you can really know better where the market's going. But even then, people get caught out. I've seen institutions be caught out before who have that inside information. But from the bottom here, it looks, I'll just try and spread this out. It looks like 3 waves up from the bottom, A, B, C. So if it's a 3 waves up from the bottom, that means this is all a corrective move. But even if I've somehow counted it wrong, and this is 5 waves, so it's wave 1 and a wave 2, got a wave 3, a wave 4. and a wave 5, which is likely to take us a little bit higher. So whichever way you count it, whether it's A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we would expect a correction following this small little move up here, which when I say small, we're it would go a bit above this 3. Because even if you count it as ABC, we've got within the ABC, after ABC, the C wave is 1, 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5 to take you a bit higher. So no matter what, I am expecting probably a little bit higher in the markets before we turn down. You can see I've got the arrow here indicating a turn down. And you can look at all sorts of other indicators to confirm that. Just to try to give me a better overall picture, I love 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 just because it just seems the clearest of all the charts for me lately. So again, just focusing back on the longer term picture, this is some kind of massive corrective move from the origin here. We've got an ABC down, ABC up. So if you remember before, we had 5 down, 3 up, and I'm expecting 5 down. Well, this is a very clear ABC 3 wave down, ABC 3 waves up. So 3, 3, and then it can either be 3 waves down, which would be that make it a WXY, or it'd be 5 waves down, which would be a flat correction, 3, 3, 5, with 5 waves down from the top here, counting 5 waves down. Now, I had a bit of a, it's not been easy to work out this, but this does look like some kind of triangle. I thought the triangle was beginning here, as I said last week. It actually, I think we had an A wave up and then the triangle down and a thrust from the triangle. But as I said, you can make money whichever way. You don't have to say, if I'm wrong about the direction of the market, I do say, watch these resistance lines and trend lines. So back to Bitcoin. It's a very clear, we had a very clear trend. I'll just put the trend on just for you to see. Just from there, and even, we've got a very clear downtrend there. It's just when the downtrend is broken to the upside, then just do a buy here with a stop loss just below. These are just common trading techniques. You don't need to know for sure where the overall direction is. But the support was here. If it broke below here, you'll sell. If it broke above this descending resistance line here, which it did, then you buy it. And as I said, my take profit was here, and it's probably still going to go higher than there, but I don't care if you take profit on the move up, that's fine. So just moving back to 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 again. This does look like the triangle and a thrust from the triangle, and I think the thrust from the triangle is 5 waves. So basically we've got a 3-wave move here in this A wave. So A, B, C is a 3-wave move up, or it could be 5, doesn't really matter, but the B wave is a triangle. It can't be a wave 2 because triangles don't occur in a wave 2 position. So this is some kind of A wave up, some kind of B wave triangle. So you're going to expect to see wave higher from the triangle. And they say a thrust from the triangle. That's why it's been so aggressive, because you get the thrust from the triangle. I've been following this with multiple Twitter updates to try to look at the shorter term wave count from here. So counted it from the bottom of the E wave here as a 1, a 2. This is an extended wave 3. We've got an A wave 4. And if I try to just move the time frame down to the 1 hour, you can probably see it a little bit more clearly. So from the triangle, the 1, 2, 3, ABC 4, and then I'm actually even breaking down the final 5th wave into, you can see I'm breaking it down and down into these fractals. So you can look at shorter and shorter time frames. So I went down to 15 minutes actually to work this out. But from the bottom of this wave 4, we got a 1, a 2, an extended wave 3, a wave 4, and then we're into wave 5. And then that wave 5 itself can be broken down. So once again, we'll go even shorter time frame. We'll go down to the 15-minute here, just to try to make it clear. So this is the wave 5 that we've broken down once again. So this fractal once again is broken down to a wave 1, a wave 2, an extended wave 3 here, a wave 4. And I'm thinking we're probably going to get a wave 5, which is why I put this little line here, a wave 5, which will be the 5th wave here in red, of the 5th wave in, sorry, I've got the 5th wave in blue, I mean, I've got two reds actually. So I've got a fifth wave will complete in red here, a small fifth wave in red, which will complete a fifth wave in blue, which will complete a fifth wave in the red here, which will complete B wave, all waves within waves within waves. And we're getting towards the end of it now. It can't carry on forever. These waves actually get smaller and smaller till eventually you will see the turning point. So once that triangle broke, I was definitely expecting it to move higher. So whoever says you got it wrong, I may have got it wrong, and you need to be adaptive with your trading. So the minute you saw the break up from that triangle, you knew it's basically a buy position. So you need to follow very, very closely, be adaptive, don't get married to your analysis, because if you're wrong and you stick with it, you'll be in trouble. So as I say, in this final wave, we're probably in the fifth wave of the fifth wave of the fifth wave, etc. So we're getting close to the end now. And I think we're then going to see a substantial move down. The reason I'm reasonably confident is this triangle is, it has to be a B wave because it can't be a wave 2. So it tells me this A, B, C is corrective. This means the move higher is corrective, meaning we must get, I believe, a final wave down to complete this. And this final wave down should take us down in the longer term picture. Let's move into that once again. Should take us down to somewhere in the region, if this is a big flat correction, somewhere in the region of this C wave, which is about 13.5-ish, somewhere around there. So this will be that big flat correction, 3, 3, and 5 down to finish somewhere around here. Can't tell you exactly when, but that's the sort of target for me. But this, for me, is the key. I love to see triangles. Because triangles can only appear in wave 4 and wave B positions, they give you a lot of clues. And this can't be a wave 4 really, because we didn't complete lower. So it must have been a wave B position, with this being a wave C, meaning that we do have lower to come in that market. And all the markets being highly correlated, I expect everything to move roughly in sync. So if we just have a quick look at Ethereum, probably see a similar picture there. Again, we can count this as a big corrective, as an AB, because it appears to be a 5. This is a very clear 3-wave move up here. I can't count it. It is a 3-wave move up anyway. So, and then the move down, you can count it as whether it be a 335 or whether it doesn't matter how you count it. Basically, in the longer term picture, we've got the same thing as a kind of big head and shoulders here. And I'm expecting it to test the sort of previous lows to finish off this whole formation here. So fractals, which is why I've got all the different colors. There's actually a proper way to label these with letters, with brackets, etc., to look at all the different scales. I just find it easier to use different colored numbers. So when I'm counting, the red scale, I've got it's the big red scale, wave 4 and big wave 5. And then within that, you've got smaller waves. So within that, I hope the internet is okay. But within that, we've got, within the wave 3 down, it's broken down in the green to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, waves within waves. So just, I think, to finalize, I think we'll take another look at Bitcoin that we looked at before. So we saw the long-term channel here, the parallel channel, which was, you could establish where the target was for this A wave, which was the 32,000 something some time ago. And then the move does appear to be corrective. So I am expecting a retest of this channel at some point, then a bounce off there once again. So I think we're very close to a turning point. So what would I do in this market? Would I be a buyer? I wouldn't be a buyer because because whichever way you count it, as I say, if you count it as A, B, C, it's almost complete. if you count it as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, it's almost complete. So one way or another, you are going to see a turn down this market. I never sell short because you can get so severely burnt in the crypto market. If you go short, when it moves up, it can move up so aggressively. So I will never short the market. But as I always say, number one rule, don't lose money. So even if you count this, I'm saying this over and over again, as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little 5 wave up, we are expecting some pullback. So I know we all love to be bulls. We all love to think everything's going to continue to go up all the time. The markets do not move in one direction constantly. We'll just have a little look at XRP. I know there's a lot of people love XRP. And I think it's got some tremendous potential. The news never seems to be coming out from government over what's happening with this from the SEC, but it's just such a good token. And we've got a big, I've got it labeled here as the B wave here. I think I probably got it labeled wrongly. So from the top, this can't be counted as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's just important to go over this because wave 1, 2, 3, wave 4 is not allowed to overlap wave 1. So this wave 4, or whatever you want to call it, overlaps both this wave and this wave. That means, once again, more evidence that this is a corrective move down. So when this move down is finished, it means we are very confident that we're going to move to all-time highs. So again, as I say to people, if you are stuck in this market and you're in a long position, you might be losing money if you got in some other point. Even though I'm saying I'm expecting a pullback, personally, if you're in a losing position, I would be comfortable hodling from my personal point of view and just hold that position, because in the longer term, and we're not talking very long term, but in the longer term, even if there's a nasty sell-off, and I believe there will be, we are still, this is all the evidence is, this is corrective. We are still going to rise to new all-time highs. And that's what this arrow indicates here, that I am expecting massive all-time highs for all of the tokens, all the main solid tokens. So if you look at your portfolio and you've got some, you've got a good portfolio of good tokens, and I've got some really good ones listed here. We've got Mana, that is a great token. We've got 𝗓𝗓 is a fantastic token. Just have a quick look at 𝗓𝗓, see where we are with that. So yeah, once again, this is this is actually very, very similar to one harmony in terms of probably a little triangle in here and a thrust higher. So I'm still expecting a move down to finish it. So I've got WX, A, B, and the Y wave. So a WXY is what's called a triple 3. So that's why it's made up of the A wave is 3, the B wave is 3, and this C wave, which is W, is 3. And then we've got 3 here. So it's all multiple 3 waves. Again, this is just, these multiple 3 wave things are just corrections. It's not 5 waves. This is not a 5-wave move. Everything's overlapping. So these are multiple sets of 3 waves, meaning the move down is corrective, meaning once again, we can be confident, even if we get new all-time highs in a not too distant future. So my count here, as I say, is ABW, ABX, A, B, and then the Y wave will still be made up of 3 waves. We've got A, we've got B. Whenever B is finished, and it's probably not far away, we'll get a final C wave down, wherever it might be, I don't know. I'll make those projections later. But we're expecting to finish the WX, to finish this Y wave correction, to finish the correction off. We're expecting a move down, and then we'll get these massive moves higher. So there really is light at the end of the tunnel. It's really looking very positive for the longer term. Moving down is just a corrective move down. And you can see we're way above the lows. We can there's certainly still a bit of room to potentially move down and retest the lows. I mean, we could even retest this point here, be a perfectly valid test. I mean, back at 90, entirely possible. So that's on 𝗓𝗓, by the way. So still expecting, we're getting near the completion of this and a move down. I hope that's a little bit helpful. As I say, just the important takeaway for this is that this is all corrected down. Markets will move up to new all-time highs. Don't get married to any particular positions. Whatever system you have, or loads of systems are good as long as you have that risk control in place and you minimize the losses and maximize the gains. So hope it's helpful. Again, keep feeding back any particular tokens that you'd like me to look at. You can either email me, you can tweet me, yeah, you can drop them through Cheeky Crypto. I'll be happy to cover any particular ones, but at the moment they're all pretty well correlated, and I'd like to look at the really solid tokens, the ones that have been around for a little while, because we need to see some proper liquidity. Elliott Wave only works in fully liquid markets. If there isn't full liquidity, the charts tend to get distorted with either market makers or whales moving the market, and they basically obstruct any serious wave count. So that's why I have been avoiding looking at some of the brand new ones. 𝗕𝗓 have some great upgrades. The site's actually down today, but I'm sure that'll be fixed next day, by tomorrow. But it's had some great upgrades. They've had some tremendous pumps, but they're not ones that I can chart particularly well using Elliott Wave. So, but 𝗕𝗓 is great for identifying those ones where you can get a really good pump and make a multiple X gain on it. But this is just for the solid crypto tokens and to give a picture of the overall market. So again, hope it's useful. Thanks very much for having me, and look forward to catching up again next week. Thank you.
Super. Thanks, Matt. So big thank you for Matt for joining us again this week. Do let us know in the comments below what assets you would like Matt to chart next week. You know, we'll pass those on to Matt directly. If you enjoyed the video, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap in that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.